What's up? My name is Eric Butler. This channel is called Report and Opine. I am back, and from the New York Post, NYPD rolls out SnitchBot to patrol city subways, monitor criminals. And this makes perfect sense, right? They hate the cops so much, they're going to replace them with robots. Grocery stores are using facial recognition technology to track criminals, and CVS, Dwayne Reed, Walgreens are putting canine units outside of the stores to stop or deter criminals. So this makes perfect sense. Par for the course in the dystopian nightmare that New York City has become. Rise of the machines. The NYPD is rolling out several crime-fighting robots, including one dubbed a SnitchBot that will patrol Times Square and city subways. The Terminator-esque tech is one of 3 new pieces of futuristic equipment that the NYPD has already started to pilot to help with policing, said Police Commissioner Keechant Sewell and Eric Adams, both of whom cannot be trusted as far as you can throw them. But, they're going to spend a little money, and I'm sure, one for them, one for me. We'll get more funding, we're going to get some more robots, and of course, there's going to be a way, and somehow, that they're going to profit off this too. Allegedly. I don't know. Maybe that's just tinfoil hat stuff, right? Remember when Eric Adams gave his brother some weird no-show job, and then that kind of got called out and he actually backed out, right? And they actually stopped that. But of course, that's a different story, and I digress. We cannot be afraid of the technology, Adams said. Of course, yeah, let the little weirdo robot dog police you. It makes perfect sense. Like I said, I was arrested in New York City protesting the lockdown, and they just blasted us with propaganda from a boombox talking about this gathering is unlawful. And then you ask them a question, they won't even talk. So this is, I would be surprised if this didn't happen. But we'll see. Maybe it won't, right? The news is always very hyperbolic. There might be one roaming around Times Square, and it's just going to become a tourist attraction, and nothing's going to change. The two controversial 4-legged DigiDogs, which cost a total of nearly $750,000. And there you have it. There's always more money at play. Every single thing, it's always about money, right? Like in some way, shape, or form, there's going to be money involved. Somebody, some weirdo contract, some backdoor deal, $750,000. Doesn't seem like that much, but I'm sure that's just the beginning. The K5 autonomous security robot is being added as an egg-shaped bot produced by Nightscope that can detect people during restricted hours and is equipped with more than a dozen microphones, 360-degree HD camera, as well as sonar and lidar sensors. I don't know what that is. It also has a license plate reader. The bot, about 5.5 feet tall and 400 pounds, travels at a max speed of 3 miles per hour. You kind of see things that look like this sort of in a grocery store. I don't know if they clean up or they're watching people steal. I'm not exactly sure what those things are doing in other grocery stores. I haven't seen any lately, but I think back in Brooklyn, there's already some of those roaming around grocery stores. So they've got the DigiDog and they've got the little egg thing. So, and of course, this Nightscope. We don't know too much. I don't know anything about them, but that might be worth looking into, and then you'll find out a little bit of the corrupt. Because there's never going to be anything on the level. As dark as that might sound, as glass half empty as that might sound, nothing is ever going to be on the level with these people. So my guess is that this Nightscope is in cahoots with Eric Adams, and there's some sort of kickback Kathy deal or something. The single rented K5, along with a 7th-month service subscription as part of the pilot, will run the department $12,250. And this is the same department that is lowering the standards because people don't want to become cops. They're only making like $40,000 or something crazy like that to start. And as we know, making $100,000 in New York is basically like making $36,000. The list goes on. So what better way to try to pretend you're going to stop crime than put a couple robots on there until they end up in the East River or something, the Hudson River. I just don't really see this working, but that's me, right? Unless it's going to have some lethal force behind it, a bum is going to end up throwing this thing in the lake, in the river, I should say. To safeguard our modern city and a forward-looking world, it is essential that our officers are equipped with the tools, training, and technology necessary to do that job safely, Sewell said. In the case of the NYPD, this has been true for nearly 2 centuries. Yeah, okay, the training, right? Yeah, I'm sure the same people who recently lowered the standards to become an officer and now worried about training. But they're going to teach you how to work these robots, I guess. Nickname SnitchBot. K5 autonomous security robot. And this is pretty dark, right? But of course, par in New York. I mean, there's really nothing more dystopian than a bunch of robot dogs and eggs walking around. But this is what it's all become, right? Like, they want this smart city stuff. They got the cameras everywhere, which, look, I don't really care about the cameras, especially in a place like New York City. It just comes with a population of 8 million people. But when you get to the point where you villainize the cops, you don't want them, and then you replace them with robots, it's like they're losing everything. People are fleeing. The cops have fled to Florida, basically. We have maximized public and officer safety through emerging technology. Yeah, famous last words. But we know that technology is just a tool, and it's only as effective as the person or people using it. The K5 bot is intended for outdoor use, running 24/7 on its own, including autonomously recharging itself without any human intervention. All right, let's hope that doesn't backfire. And there you have it. They're all, recording and we've seen these things hopping around on viral reels and TikTok, TikToks and stuff like that. But apparently they're now actually in use. And here's scumbag Eric Adams, Black de Blasio himself. He's completely crooked as the nightlife mayor with his 3-piece suit. What a loser. These people are despicable. And it's just so evil, the manipulation that they put people through, pretending like, bro, I was at that migrant hotel not too long ago, and it's just like a whole bunch of, migrants, no hablo Inglo, dressed up in red, and they're gonna, this is a mess. This is an absolute mess. It's only a matter of time between this little DigiDog and the AI chatbot that they take over, right? Wasn't there a movie made about this? It's best suited for securing large outdoor spaces through the winters of the Northeast and summers of the South, but it can also be used indoors. NYPD Chief of Department Jeff Madry said cops will start off with one leased K5 unit until June or July that will be used in Times Square and the subway as part of a 6-month pilot. Okay. So yeah, it sounds to me, it's a little pilot program that's probably not going to last, and it's probably just another money laundering scam for this weirdo technology company, and nothing's going to actually happen. People are going to walk around Times Square and take pictures of it, and they'll see it in the subway at 42nd Street and take pictures of it, and then the contract's going to run out. They may or may not renew it, but it's all going to boil down to money, and it has nothing to do with the safety of New Yorkers, I can almost guarantee. The police robots will also see the return of Boston Dynamic DigiDog, which was last used by the NYPD in 2021, but was quickly returned when the public started comparing its use to a Black Mirror episode. And there you have it. So this already happened. They did it for a little bit. I'm sure that tech firm, that tech company got paid, and that was it. Deal done. Backdoor deal done. Closed. Right? I'm so jaded to the point where I just truly do not believe any of these people will ever do anything for the goodness, for the well-being of the city. Now, obviously, putting robot cops on there is dark no matter how you slice it, but for them to pretend that it's about protecting people is fake. It's all a money play, in my humble opinion. A police spokesperson said at the time that the contract was terminated after weeks of blowback from the city council and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Yeah, of course. The Big Apple police force will soon get 2 of the 4-legged machines to be used in hostage situations and other dangerous conditions, according to Adams. The 2 robo-dogs will get equipped with tech to detect dangerous gases. They will be paid for with NYPD forfeiture money instead of the budget funds and cost $738,000. Now look at that. I don't know what that thing is. In addition, the NYPD will be equipped with Star Chase, a GPS device that allows cops to affix the tech to a car and track it remotely. Yeah, so here, we made it between this, the AI chatbot, the facial recognition at grocery stores, and the dogs outside of CVS. This is what they have to do, and it still won't work. Does anybody really think this is going to change? It's not going to change anything. Maybe one person won't get pickpocketed. Maybe one person won't get shivved in Times Square. Maybe one deodorant won't get stolen from CVS. But in the long run, I just don't see this working. And because it's not supposed to work, because they don't want to help anybody, they just want to close backdoor deals, I think. A few loud people were opposed to them previously, and we just took a step back. That is not how I operate or look at what's best for the city. Yeah, best for the city. Give me a break. This guy wants to, it's best for the city. And remember Eric Adams, famously as Brooklyn Borough president, when the fireworks terrorism was occurring in the summer of love 2020, said, well, just talk to your neighbors. You don't have to call the cops about the fireworks. And then some woman got shot 8 times. But of course, that's a different story again, and I digress. But that one sticks with me. And I can't stand Eric Adams. The robots will be sitting ducks, and there you have it. That makes sense. A Manhattan cop warned the robots will be sitting ducks, and that's what I said. It's only a matter of time before they end up in the East or the Hudson River. It's not going to work, but it's not supposed to work. It's just to line somebody's pockets. If someone is able to destroy them and gets arrested, they will be charged with assaulting a police officer, or will be a property crime, or will it be a property crime? All right, yeah, that's a good question. Will these robots wipe up blood from victims? Another good question. In addition to the robots, NYPD... Okay, yeah, there's the Star Chase thing. It's gotten so completely dark in New York City that they are hiring robots because they do not want to pay the cops, which, of course, they villainized for at least the past 3 years. And they are pretending now that these are going to work, and they will be a photo op for a couple of weeks before they inevitably end up on the train tracks, causing a massive delay of commuters, or in the East River. So, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe.